Hi, I'm Tamitha Skov with your solar storm forecast for the week of May 28th. Although the sun has been quiet for quite some time now, we are beginning to see signs of life, as several new active regions are going to be rotating into Earth view here in the next day or two. With it have become some beautiful solar storms off the east limb. None of them are Earth directed, but it could continue to bring more of that Earth side as they rotate into the Earth strike zone. Also, we have two solar filaments that are snaking through the Earth strike zone right now, and one of them looks like it's got a little bit of heating going on in that filament channel, which could cause it to go unstable and head towards Earth. On top of that, we also have this huge extended coronal hole that we're expecting to get some fast wind from right about now. Switching to your M-flare threat meter, you can see we've actually been quiet for quite some time now. The last time we had an M-class flare was clear back on the 13th, and we've been quiet for weeks since. Been sitting pretty much below the seafloor, but that may change here pretty soon with these new active regions rotating into view. Switching to your solar storm conditions, you can see we actually did have a big solar storm on the 13th, and that brought aurora all over the world and even down to mid-latitudes. Then we popped back up over storm levels around the 19th. We had a little bit of a transient disturbance and then also some high-speed wind, but it didn't last long, and pretty much since then we've been extremely quiet. And these solar storms brought us beautiful aurora in Sweden and in Ireland, in Norfolk in the UK, gorgeous rainbow aurora in Iceland, some purples and greens in Alberta, Canada, as well as Tasmania, and some beautiful bioluminescent plankton along with the aurora in Hobart. Returning to the disk, you can see regions 2348 and 2349 are now rotating off of the west limb. And despite the fact that it's grown quite quickly, the region 2353 has not produced any significant flare activity. Now, all the other regions on the disk are quiet right now, but we do have those three new regions that should be numbered today that are rotating onto the east limb, and perhaps they will change the story. Switching to our solar storm conditions and aurora possibilities over the coming week, we are anticipating the hit of that high-speed stream, and it should bring us unsettled conditions to possibly minor storming. NOAA is expecting we'd have about a 20 to 30% chance of storming at high latitudes. At mid-latitudes, we're only expecting about a 20 to 25% chance for active conditions over the next few days, and then things will begin to calm down as that high-speed stream wanes. Switching to your solar flare and particle radiation storm outlook over the coming week, you can see everything is green. We have no active regions on the Earth-facing disk right now that are a threat for M flares, but we do have those new regions that are rotating into view off of the east limb, so this story could change at any time. So the sun has set the stage for some increased activity this week. We are experiencing some mild effects from that high-speed stream with a kind of a transient disturbance in front of it. But these effects are not expected to impact the amateur radio or GPS operation much at all, although we might see some aurora at high latitudes. Meanwhile, we do have those new regions that are rotating into view off the east limb, and they are firing off solar storms. So we might get some increased flare activity this week, and as those regions rotate into the Earth strike zone, we might actually see an Earth-directed solar storm. Meanwhile, we are watching two solar filaments that are in the Earth strike zone right now, one of which looks like it might be beginning to go unstable, but most likely these will not erupt until they get to the west limb, and they'll create some gorgeous prominence eruption pictures for us, so we'll be watching closely. I'm Tamitha Skov. Thank you for watching.